Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're about to watch 50 most beautiful and respect moments in sports ever recorded. Y'all ready? I'm ready to get into this. Let's get it.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of a true athlete? Strength and endurance? Discipline and hard work? What if I told you that the quality that defines a real athlete is respect for opponents, teammates, spectators, and fans? And today, we have a whole bunch of videos to prove it. The London Marathon is undoubtedly a spectacle of human endurance and spirit, but as the runner in the white jersey demonstrates, it's also a test of humanity. These athletes showed identical results at the Olympics, and they will both receive a gold medal if they agree to share first place. And they've made their decision. Wimbledon is considered the most important tournament for tennis players, but Jody Burrage noticed something much more important: a ball boy who started to lose consciousness and needed help.
Okay.
This Michigan boy with Down syndrome has always dreamed of playing American football, and after years of watching games from the bench, he finally got the chance to fight for his first touchdown.
Yes,
You will never be a loser as long as you have the strength and spirit to reach the finish line through the rain, even though all the runners have already finished the race. One teammate on this rugby team ended up in a wheelchair, but that didn't stop them from continuing to strive for victory together. This is what true friendship and respect really mean.
Yes, sir.
Getting past security is always the hardest part for Messi fans, and unfortunately, this kid wasn't able to. But Messi didn't let his bodyguards scare the boy away. Instead, he took a selfie and signed something for him. It's moments like these that make you realize that you're surrounded by true brothers, not just teammates. This is how you become not only the most popular guy in school, but in the entire basketball community, because not everyone gets gifts like this from LeBron James. Juan Carlos had worked as a soccer coach for many years until 2020, when illness took away his ability to do what he loves most. But today, he is opening the match with the first pass, and the entire stadium salutes him to show their respect and support. This crowd will never forget this match, because after the Bears scored their first goal against their opponents, the fans set a world record by throwing 52,431 stuffed bears onto the ice. Meet Santiago Frets, a boy who exemplifies how life's challenges shouldn't be a reason to give up your passion, but rather a motivation to excel in it. This basketball player decided that shoes weren't enough to make this the most memorable day in this fan's life.
Gave him a jersey.
You know what teamwork is? Watch this player be given a second stick from the bench to finish his attack. No matter how big of a soccer star you become, always stay human. Fortunately for this fan, Andriy Shevchenko understands this. This boy had resigned himself to the fact that he had missed the chance to get an autograph from his favorite tennis player, but Andrei Rublev managed to make the child happier than anyone else on the court, including himself, and he had just won the match. This act of respect is guaranteed to bring a smile to your face, because what could be better than making a child's dream come true? This guy had been waiting all week to watch a football game with his buddies. Of course, they all had to get their homework done first. Here's a life hack for getting an autograph from Steven Adams.
Alright, Aquaman.
A simple gesture of respect from a player makes a big moment for this little boy. We'll remember it forever. Isn't this why we all love sports?
Oh yeah.
Watch this coach take first place in worrying about his gymnast. Talk about passion for what you do. This figure skating couple is destined for greatness, because when you care for each other this much, anything is possible.
Okay.
True sportsmanship is about holding back from delivering the final blow and showing respect by making sure your opponent is okay. This kid has watched every single one of his favorite team's games, and now he can hardly believe that he's a part of their opening routine.
Hey, let's go.
When you take Keep Us Updated on the Score a bit too seriously, somebody had better let this man know how much his family appreciates him.
Yo. Yo.
There's no better gesture of recognition and
everybody.
respect in the soccer world than awarding the best player in a major Champions League match with a trophy. Rodrigo Riquelme's reaction says it all. This soccer player from FC Karabakh disagrees with the referee, so he purposely misses a penalty kick because he only wants to win fair and square. Only at a baseball game can you drop a caught ball, lose $100, and still end up the hero of a day for a child and earn the respect of everyone watching.
He said $100, bro. I want this
is what
foul
true
ball.
teamwork looks like. The entire gym, including teammates and opponents, comes together to help a blind boy make a basket he'll never forget.
That's pretty cool,
While
actually.
fans ran onto the field for an autograph from their idol, this four-legged forward chose that cute ball as his victim. Just look at him. He's so pleased with himself. It's time to update the top 10 moments in soccer history, because this little fan's act of respect is the most heartwarming thing the sports world has ever seen. You know you've won the game of life when you have a best friend like this cheering you on at the Olympics.
Of course.
Preparing for a match requires so much concentration and effort that you might forget that it's your father's birthday. Well, now the entire stadium will have to pay their respects on behalf of the champion. After a hard-fought victory, it's time for these players to support another young warrior in his fight. Rocky Balboa stepped into the ring against a seasoned fighter who immediately started quoting his own movie. The most important victories and achievements are those that we dedicate to our loved ones, even if they're no longer with us. This guy's girlfriend spent a long time trying to talk him out of his plan, but it's too late now, and she needs to help carry out a scheme she definitely wasn't prepared for. But don't worry, she said yes. Novak Djokovic has played countless matches, but he's never served like this before. Thankfully, the woman was okay, and the tennis player made sure of it himself. This could have been the last game for this goalkeeper if not for his teammates' quick response, preventing him from choking. Thankfully, he quickly recovered. Let's be honest, getting knocked down by a 6'7" LeBron James is the last thing anyone wants during a basketball game. That's before you see what a true gentleman he is. The kick of a professional football player accelerates the ball to approximately 110 kilometers an hour, and this girl was unlucky to be in his trajectory. It's good that Mbappe's conscience would not allow him to turn a blind eye to this. This moment proves that Luka Doncic isn't just an excellent player, but a genuinely good person, turning an awkward situation into an unforgettable memory for a young fan. When Gaia Trinity injured her leg, her opponent could have easily taken advantage and won 12-9, but her conscience just wouldn't allow it. This ball boy didn't expect an athlete to do his job for him, leading to a surprising tumble. The tennis player quickly helped him up and showed him compassion until he recovered. Imagine waiting so long to meet Shaquille O'Neal that you can't hold back your emotions when the moment finally arrives. An unexpected cramp can be a big problem for any athlete, and Caroline Wozniacki was unlucky enough to get one in the middle of a match. Luckily, her opponent knows what sportsmanship is and gave her a well-deserved victory. The match ended prematurely for this Canadian tennis player due to an ankle injury, but her opponent's genuine support and promise of a rematch post-recovery was a welcome gesture of sportsmanship. Knockouts are common in the octagon, but Martin Nguyen stands out for his care for opponents afterwards, showcasing his concern and sportsmanship. After being accidentally hit by a stray pitch, Isaiah Jarvis quickly reassures the distraught pitcher with a hug, saying, "Man, I know you didn't do it on purpose." What a wonderful display of forgiveness and understanding.
This is really cool because as a pitcher,
Dreaming of
Wait,
Mitch
crying
Marner
out here,
becoming her
bro.
Valentine, a girl was overjoyed when the hockey player finally approached and responded to her poster. Jamal Adams is definitely a big guy with a big heart who never fails to melt the hearts of his fans. Klay Thompson could have been seriously injured in this situation had Draymond Green decided the game was more important. Respect to that guy for having his priorities in order. Usman Khawaja felt a deeper connection with his team when they chose unity over tradition by respecting his religious beliefs regarding alcohol.
just 2 times to have it.
This might be the best display of sportsmanship we've seen in the NBA in years, but the ref still playfully whispers, "This doesn't change anything." Sports are more than winning. They're about showing love, support, and respect.
Yo, okay, I'm glad somebody
Free
called. I
State
was
School
gonna say, yeah, that's
star
a
Eric
long
Watson suffered an injury that sidelined him for the most important game against their rival. Nevertheless, both teams came together in a powerful gesture to include him.
That's cool, that's cool.
Every second counts in motorsports, but when Mike McDade saw an opponent in trouble, the race immediately took a back seat.
For real, forget all
Sergeant
that. You
Joseph
die, we got a
Martel traveled
problem.
12,000 kilometers from Afghanistan to surprise his son Justin at his football game.
I remember seeing this a long
reunion
time ago.
spanning
Pretty cool.
continents.
I used to love watching those soldier return home videos. I had to stop watching
This
it, though.
is what it looks like when players
emotional.
truly value and respect their fans. Francis Kone was nearby during a collision between two soccer players, and without wasting a second, he literally saved the life of goalkeeper Martin Berkovic after noticing that his jaw was clenched and he might have swallowed his tongue. Kudos to the parents of this basketball player, because he was clearly raised to know that if you mess something up, you have to fix it.
He will.
What this football player does once again proves that kindness isn't weakness. In fact, it demonstrates the deepest form of strength.
Yes, sir.
Merritt Safin has always been a gentleman, and this time, an accidental blow to an elderly lady gave him the opportunity to remind everyone. After a severe hit during a game left football player Damar Hamlin unconscious, the entire stadium united in prayer as he was taken to the hospital. Who knows, maybe it was this collective hope that helped him come back to the NFL. It's always easier to keep believing things will turn out well when you have someone by your side ready to support you through anything. This soccer player couldn't be a more inspiring role model for this young fan who watches her with absolute admiration.
I've seen this video before. I was like,
Facing
oh,
an injury
cool.
that would have ended many
Instagram
careers,
shows.
this athlete didn't give up. 4 years later, she proudly wears an Olympic medal.
Okay, nice.
Professional sports test more than skill, they test resilience. A true athlete must persevere through the darkest and most daunting times. This athlete overcame not just the fear, but also the darkness, thankfully without injury, allowing the competition to carry on. Despite nearly breaking her leg, this athlete never lost sight of her dreams of competing at the highest level. Now, she's ready for a comeback.
Nice.
This camera operator probably had no idea that they would be capturing history as athletes from Australia and the USA both cleared a gold medal worthy height, resulting in 2 golds being awarded in a single event.
That's
Public proposals are usually cringeworthy, but this one is an exception. Imagine making a half-court shot one-handed, winning $75,000,
James.
and then getting a hug from LeBron James.
That's why.
This dude's living the dream. This is Jonathan Klaus, and he's about to find out that he has made it to the French national team. His team's reaction is priceless. When an injury forced this player off the field, the opposing team had a chance for a corner kick. Instead, the stadium witnessed a remarkable act of respect. This competitor embodies the spirit of fair play, opting not to take advantage of an opponent's equipment malfunction. The crowd's response was overwhelmingly positive. This good boy didn't just become an assistant for the university baseball team. He became their beloved mascot who shakes the athlete's hands before every game, whether it's baseball or hockey. After accidentally scoring from 60 yards out on what was supposed to be a courteous throw-in, the team faced a moral dilemma, and here's how they responded. The silver and bronze medalists at the World Figure Skating Championships believe that the champion should look their best in the victory photo. Just days before a match, a striker for Spartak lost his mother. Undeterred, he played on, dedicating his goal to her memory. True sportsmanship teaches us that your opponent is only your opponent during competition. After that, you are both equals. Only a true gentleman like Nicolas Mahut knows sometimes the match takes a back seat to showing kindness and respect. No, this woman hasn't pulled a muscle. She's just executing the most meaningful and ambitious plan of her life.
Okay, it's woman to woman.
A teammate's quick thinking saved the soccer player from
Thought
a
it was woman to man. I was
career-ending
gonna say,
injury
right?
by preventing him from choking on his own tongue after a mishap.
De-escalating. That's what that would have been.
After Sanne van Dieke's throw injured her opponent's leg, ending the fight, their interaction transformed from one of competition to one of compassion. This is Marty Fish, and in the heat of a tennis match, he literally ends up in the net. How ironic.
You know that hurts,
The Best
right?
Save
That's
of
why
the
he
Year
stood
award
there.
goes to a big guy with a big heart, Jose Rondon.
That was it. That
The
was a
little
brain
girl
injury
mascot
right there.
shivered through the opening ceremony until a true gentleman from the team offered her some warmth, a gesture I'm sure she'll never forget. All this fighter cared about after knocking out his opponent was that he was okay, doing everything he could to somehow alleviate the consequences of the fight. Something that everyone should keep in mind is that your upbringing shows through in the details. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II deeply moved not only Great Britain, but the
she almost got
world.
to 100.
Athletes around the country paid homage by demonstrating profound respect. Here's a great example of quick thinking that helped save jockey Robbie Power from an even worse fate. Spanish swimmer Miguel Duran had been preparing for the Olympics for years, but his dreams came crashing down when he made a false start, which meant immediate disqualification. Fortunately, the judges gave him a second chance to show what he could do. This touching story happened
like
when
that
Elizabeth
is a
Sullivan was given the
immediate
opportunity to throw
disqualification.
out the ceremonial first pitch
she's
at the
100
Rangers
and up?
versus Mariners game. Just look
Good
at
job.
her, a real baseball star.
Still able to move. So
When this
105
couple decided to
is pretty
see
cool.
which one of them was better at basketball, no one was expecting it to end this way. The hockey game took a dramatic turn when a player named Jib Street suddenly went into cardiac arrest, but a
Dang.
life-saving intervention by another player, who happened to be a doctor, averted what could have been a tragedy. After being in a hospital for 6 days, the guy returned home. David Beckham has become, without exaggeration, a football legend and an example for many aspiring athletes. But all good things come to an end, and this is how the team showed their respect after the last match of his career. Take a look at this fantastic teamwork.
Oh.
And now tell us in the comments
Okay.
how in the hell someone can snatch a 100-kilo
Holy.
teammate and shove him into a sled like they would a kitten. The sudden death of Emiliano Sala
Practice.
was an unbearable loss for his team and thousands of fans around the world. The tribute to him is simply impossible to watch without tears. When Canadian figure skater Keegan Messing
Respect,
heard the
respect.
Japanese anthem, he showed everyone what respect for an opponent means by holding up the flag so that the athlete could face it head on. An amazing act of support occurred during the Everton vs Manchester City match when both teams draped themselves in Ukrainian flags. The reaction of Ukrainian football player Zinchenko really brings tears to your eyes. When a skier loses one of their skis, the probability of finishing last increases by 100%, but not when there's an opponent who understands what true sportsmanship is.
Nice.
In case you don't know why skiers carry shovels with them everywhere, here you go. It's scary to imagine what could have happened if these guys had shown up just 30 seconds later.
Holy.
Check out this adorable video
lot
of
of
James
snow.
Harden giving a 100-year-old fan an autographed basketball. It might just be the cutest thing you'll see today. Novak Djokovic showed his solidarity with paralyzed athletes by taking to a wheelchair to play a match with someone who uses one daily.
It's, bruh, way
Doesn't matter how many goals this goalkeeper has saved, this act is undoubtedly the highlight of his career. Winning is everything for most teams, but a Canadian coach showed true sportsmanship at the Olympics by helping an athlete from a different country change a broken ski. Now, that deserves applause. After
That's
such a
pretty dope.
heartwarming gesture, how could anyone step into the ring ready to fight? Let me know what you think in the comments.
What do you mean? We're finna have a
If a
friendly
cheerleader
competition.
ever misses a performance, don't worry, this dad has no problem standing in from the stands to fill in. A 12-year-old boy who escaped from Mariupol scored the winning goal for Shakhtar in a charity match, making a deeply cherished dream come true. Before a match, Neymar and a little person showed off some excellent teamwork, proving fun and sportsmanship come in all sizes. With
Yeah.
a single gesture, the players of this Dutch team reminded us that everyone is equal, both on and off the field. This soccer player probably never imagined he'd be
Now we
part
need
of
the
a
whole
gender
world.
reveal for his fans after a game, but it ended up being incredibly sweet. What's the highest form of respect among Formula One drivers? A helmet swap. Lewis Hamilton
okay.
and Sebastian Vettel did just that during their 2018
Pretty cool.
F1 title battle. This might just be the most creative way to decide who goes first in professional cycling. This woman lost her son, who was a member of the basketball team. Now, his teammates honor him at every game.
Oh, they all hugging her. Okay. I thought it was the same person.
No one
hugging.
showed up to this little boy's birthday, so this local football team burst through the door to save the day.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
No one was expecting a professional artistic swimmer to lose consciousness during a performance. But Anita Alvarez's coach was ready for anything and immediately dived in to save the young woman. Now she's perfectly fine.
Oh, Anita.
That's a wrap on today's
Holy.
dose of respect in sports. Share which act of sportsmanship you love most in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like button.
All right. I want to die. Yo, this fly wants to die. Anyways, that was cool. We got like close to crying fully. We have to hold them in. Hold them in. Yo, I enjoy watching these videos. I just don't watch them often because ain't nobody trying to see me cry. I mean, there are some people trying to see me cry over this beautiful and respectful moments, but we out here. We trying to chill, bro. Trying to chill, watch some cool videos like so. Yeah, Yo, be respectful out here, bro. It costs nothing to be nice. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.